welcome back to my channel. I'm Lauren, and in today's video I'm doing my first nail set of the Vlogmas season featuring Glamnetic nails, of course. So before I get into it, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe because I really appreciate it and it really helps out my channel. Let's get straight into doing my nail set. Alright, so my first nail set for the Vlogmas season is the Glamnetic set Frosted Cranberry, and it is so flippin' pretty. But the camera's making it look so dark, so I'll put a picture from the website, but it is so pretty, and it is just everything that I want for the holiday season because I have another red Glamnetic set in my closet. I think it's their red slipper red nail set that I was originally going to do for Christmas, but when this came out I said I need Frosted Cranberry, and it also matches my toenail colors because, fun fact, when I got my toenails done last week with my mom, I was going for more of a brown, like a chocolate brown, and the color that I picked at the time looked chocolate brown, but when they put it on my nails it was like a very much like deep wine red. So when I got these in the mail too, I was like, maybe it's a match made in heaven. So this is why I'm doing this nail set first. I'm going to go ahead and let you know everything that I am using, and then I'll show you like portions of my process of getting my nails ready to be prepped and then done. So I have my buffing block here, of course, to buff my nails, to rough up the surface of my nail bed. I have my nail file. I have just the standard 100 grit, 180 grit nail file. I've already filed down my nails though because I don't feel like I really have to show people how to file your nails down to little nubs. Next thing that I have is 91% isopropyl alcohol. I don't think you have to use 91%. This is just what my local Walmart had at the time, and I just have this big jug of it, and I'm not going to buy any more till either that spills and falls in my room at some point, or I just use all of that up. The next thing I have is cuticle remover that I bought from the nail supply store. And then the next thing we'll be using is pH Bonder Dehydrator. I have the Opre brand version of the dehydrator. And then I have the Glamnetic Brush On Nail Glue. I love this stuff. It's just worked for me so far. I've had no issues, so if it's not broke, I'm not going to fix it. And then, oh yeah, and then I have some cuticle oil as well once I am done with the whole process. I'm going to go in first with my cuticle remover, and I'm just going to put a little bit on each nail. I always end up putting a little too much regardless, but it's not too bad. And so I kind of like to swish it over and just put it all over my nails. I just go in there, I just start pushing back my cuticles. And you can kind of see the skin from my nail clump up. See? And it kind of just comes off on its own. And so then I can just kind of wipe it off here. Wipe off the desk, wipe off my nail. And so now I have finished just cleaning around my nails. I think I have to go in just a tad bit more over here, but now I am going to go ahead and cut off those little flaps of skin just around my nail here. And this is completely optional. You do not have to do this. I just decided to do it because I just like the look better. It's just, I'm just going for the look, the style of it. I don't know. And so I just like to cut off that little flippy flap of skin. Ooh, I hit my ring light. And sometimes I gotta change up my angle. And if this looks a little clumsy, it's because I can barely see my finger while I do this. I have to find a better way of filming this portion, so apologies if it's a bit clumsy, but I think that looks pretty good, and I'll go over and clean it up, of course, just to make sure, but this is just how I do it, and sometimes I just like to pull the skin back a little bit just to make sure like I'm not really missing too much of it. Alright, so I finished nipping off all that skin around my cuticles, and so I'm going to go back in again with some isopropyl alcohol on one of my fiberless cotton squares, and I'm just going to wipe off my nails as best as I can. And so now I'm going to take my buffing block and I'm literally just going to rough up the surface of my nails. Alright, so I finished buffing all of my nails and I went ahead and just wiped them off again with another one of my cotton squares and isopropyl alcohol. And so now I'm going to take my Après dehydrator and I am going to just dehydrate my nails a bit further, because even though the alcohol definitely dehydrates it, you know, I just want to make sure that they are bone dry. There's no chance of lifting once I set my glue down and stick those nails on. Alrighty, so I have sized up my nails to my usual nail sizes for the short almond, because so far that's the only type of style that I've tried for Glamnetic, but it's just my favorite because they make my nails look so long and elegant. And so now I'm going to take some of my brush on nail glue. I like to take a little bit of nail glue, not all the way to the cuticle, just on the tip of my nail, if you can see that there. And then I will take that nail that is needed. Alright, and then I'll take just enough nail glue near the cuticle, and that is like the length of that nail. Sorry, again, I'm not great with doing this portion of it on camera. And so I'll just take that and then I will place it on my nail. So I just have to be super duper duper careful. And then I will just hold that for 30 seconds. I like to wiggle it a little bit, and this does not feel like it is going to budge. Alrighty. And so then what I do next, I go onto my opposite hand and I do the pinky for that hand, and then I interchange. Then I'll go to the fourth finger on the other side and then come back to the next hand and do that fourth finger, and so on and so forth. So I'll do the pinky for my left hand now. If I can grab this nail, it'll let me grab on. And then I'll put on some glue. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that nail on. And then what I like to do when I get a little bit of nail glue flooding the nail, I just take my wooden cuticle stick that comes in the Glamnetic kit, and I just like to kind of swipe it. I don't think I'm gonna get all of it off, but it's not the worst thing in the world in my opinion, because heck, I'm getting my nails done for a fraction of the price here, okay? And I already knew coming into this I wasn't going to be the nail tech of the year. But yeah, I think that looks really, really nice. And now I'm going to do the rest of my nails off camera because I don't know if I can do the rest of them on camera. So I'll be right back. But these look so pretty. Alright, so this is my finished nail set with lighting inside of my room. And then of course, after this clip, I'm going to show you guys the lighting outside in direct sunlight, and then we will end out the video. Alright, and this is what my nails look like in direct sunlight outside. They are so pretty. Oh, I am so happy with how they came out because I've never done a red nail, and I'm so happy. So my nail set is done and I'm so happy with how it came out. I did put on my cuticle oil off camera. I just always forget to do it on camera because I'm too busy staring at my nails, but they just came out so good. But anyways, here they are in a different angle inside the house because I know I showed them to you on my desk at a different angle and then outside. But this is just what they look like at this angle, and they are so darn pretty. I'm sorry you guys, but this is like putting me even more into the Christmas spirit now. I am just so happy. So I am going to go ahead now and show my mom my finished nails. I don't know why my camera's acting up, but I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe because I really appreciate it and it really helps out my channel. With all that being said, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye guys!